is Holiday Hoops, brought to you by Michelob Ultra, Detroit and Orlando from the TD Waterhouse Center. John Saunders, Greg Anthony, and Sal Mazzicala. We've heard from Sal in the first. Let us take this moment. Number one bench in the NBA, and that's a reason why they have so much firepower. They don't look to get all of it out of the starters. McGrady's got it now, working on Curry. Ball on the floor, jumps in, doesn't finish, gets his own back, and flushes it down.
You guys, just so good. I mean, there he shows his ability, the fact that he can go in, have a shot block with the quickness to again, the pump fake, his ability to get into the interior. Ben Wallace with a great deflection, but again, Tracy Mcgrady, that quickness and that ability to score in the paint. You know, at 6'10", he creates so many problems for you on the defensive end.
You give him too many chances to flush that thing down and forget it. McGrady spins in the baseline. It's good.
This is going to be a really difficult matchup. As great as Michael Curry is defensively, again, he's given up 3 inches, and he's given up a lot of athleticism as well.
A great lead by McGrady. Get ready, folks. Showtime.
I tell you what, this zone has just got them totally confused right now.
Well, that is another timeout called by Rick Carlisle. The third one he has called already here in the first 6 minutes of the game. Talking with assistant Kevin O'Neal, trying to find an answer for the stars of the match.
Y'all, I'm taking my man to shoot around. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. We're gonna go practice a little bit.
That's Tracy Mcgrady on Monday meeting with Irene Brown. Of course, the youngster who was a victim of the sniper attacks in Washington, D.C. As you can see, he has recovered, and Tracy Mcgrady was his favorite player. And Mcgrady brought him down, has him here at the game. Irene has just been smiles during this entire time, and nothing great came out of what happened in Washington. But you really see what a great kid Tracy Mcgrady is to spend time. Halftime will have a feature on his entire camp. Here he comes down. It comes right to McGrady. He gets stuffed, but the foul is there.
Right now, Detroit just looks confused on the offense and the defensive end. You know, they just, again, they have not shown that continuity or that fire that they played with all season and has gotten them to the point where they have an 18-8 record.
Brady at the line. He has come so far in his NBA career. Don't forget Capital One Bowl Week on ESPN, 4:30 Eastern Time. The Sega Sports Las Vegas Bowl, UCLA against New Mexico, then the Conagra Fools Hawaii Bowl, Tulane against Hawaii.
2 minutes from now, he'll be able to make that play.
That was Okur coming up with that miss. McGrady, great crossover to the glass, and this one does stay down.
They really don't have an answer for the penetration that Orlando's presenting right now in the perimeter with McGrady and Miller and Hill. I mean, huge, and obviously what he does on the defensive end in terms of blocks and rebounding.
McGrady goes in, and there's Wallace ready to block it, but not before the foul is called.
I mean, if you're a basketball fan, you got to love Ben Wallace. You got to love his energy and his enthusiasm to play the game, but more importantly, to play it the right way. You know, he makes solid basketball decisions every time he's on the floor, and that's one of the reasons why this team has such a great chance of winning every time they take the floor.
Well, people talk about the comparison between Wallace and Dennis Rodman. One of the differences is that Wallace is much more a shot blocker.
Oh, without question. I mean, that guy, and not only, again, does he block in the interior, but he'll go out on the perimeter and contest shots. And, you know, those types in the second, and that leads to transition opportunities for Orlando.
T-Mac goes to the bench. Gerald Sasser comes in for the final seconds here. Brady
basketball. I think right now, again, they're relying on Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace, as great as he is, he can't do it alone. He needs help.
And you're not just giving second chances to average players. You're giving them Grant Hill and Tracy Mcgrady. Now, McGrady's back problems have been documented. He really told us before the game that he's got a little fluid on the back, and it's not the back problem that he had in previous years, that this is something different. And what he really needs is rest. And what you told him was, he ain't going to come back in. Grant Hill comes in.
I tell you, that's not a pretty sight when you're Detroit. You look up and then you see Grant Hill and Tracy shot, though. At least the transition was better. Unfortunately, Rip's just not got his confidence going thus far early.
Blocking foul. Detroit was looking for the charge there, but Robinson may have been inside the little semicircle underneath. That's his second foul. Right now, we've got a 8-point lead. There are certain players that would get calls, right? Superstar call? Just one of them?
The Jordan rules are you talking about? As you can see, Cliff Robinson clearly has position there, but, you know, anytime it's a questionable call, oftentimes a superstar will get the call. And I think everybody who plays this game understands that. So that's why you didn't see Cliff with he didn't really rant and rave too much because he understood. Now, had that been Pat Burke, I think he gets the call.
Well, the look on his face, he may not have complained too much about it, but I think you can see by looking at Cliff's face that he did not agree with that call.
Well, we talked about this in the break a little bit, John. You know, if you look up at the score, if you don't look at the score, I should say, and you watch this game, you think Orlando's up 20 points.
Yep.
So, and you factor in the fact that Rip Hamilton 3 points, Ben Wallace 1 rebound. If I'm Detroit, I'm saying to myself, man, we got a chance. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. We're playing as bad as we can play. If I'm Rick Carlisle, this is what I'm telling my team at halftime. And we're still in this basketball game. All we need is a couple plays to get some momentum, get a couple shots to fall. You know, and they got a chance to win this game.
And if you're Doc Rivers, you got to be a little concerned, I would think.
They're playing well enough to be up 20, quite honestly. They're dominating the glass game. Tracy Mcgrady, as you can see, is starting to play a little bit, have some fun. Mismatch right now.
Yeah, the back gets a little bit looser the longer the game goes as it starts to warm up. And T-Mac is heating up. Transition.
Well, Tracy Mcgrady again with just a beautiful move. Again, the fact that he's literally 7 foot tall and he's got the skill of a 6'2" player, there just aren't a lot of answers to a guy like that. No pun intended with Allen Iverson either, but he's just a difficult matchup.
We're going to bring you back down to Orlando where you can meet us and enjoy the game. And boy, his hero's doing pretty good as well.
Well, Tracy Mcgrady is a superstar doing just that, being a superstar. You know, he scores it inside, outside. He's there on the defensive end. You know, he just creates so many problems for an opposing defense with his ability to score the basketball and also to be able to get other people involved.
Very efficient, 18 points in 18 minutes, and that's 6 of 11. Tells you a lot as well about how well he can do himself. 7 on the shot clock. Oh, spins and loses Richard Hamilton. Oh, my.
That was a basket waiting to happen right there. There's no way Richard Hamilton is going to guard Tracy Mcgrady on the block. That's really a poor decision by Detroit to not go and extend help.
McGrady gets the hand out in the tip and then quickly tries to close. Get the easy. Masakela is with Tracy Mcgrady.
T-Mac, you came out in the beginning of the game. I saw you look like you were wincing a little bit with the back. Then you took that hard fall. I thought, man, maybe he's going to hit the bench. And next thing you know, you go 7 for 13, 20 points. How you feeling right now?
I feel pretty good. Still, it's a little pain in my back, but that's just something that's going to be there. Just got to see whether I can maintain the pain or not. But I'm fine, man. You know, I thought that fall was really going to take me out of the game, but actually, you know, it felt pretty good. And I just got up and, you know, continued to play.
All right, man. I saw that the young man, Iron Brown, is here again tonight, this afternoon. And how is that for you, knowing that he's in the stands watching you, man? And by the way, congrats on what you were able to do for him.
Appreciate it, man. It's a great feeling, you know. I said before, you know, we as athletes and entertainers really don't know, you know, how much of impact that we have on people. And, you know, it just goes to show. One of my fans, you know, nearly died, and, you know, I'm his favorite player. So, you know, that's the least thing I could do. It's a small thing to me, but in his eyes, it's real big. So anything I could do to help anybody, man, I'm like that.
All right, man. Well, good luck in the second half. Fantastic, man. Back to you, John.